Good morning, Year 3. Today we're looking at subtracting fractions that have the same denominator. We'll begin by looking at the in focus question, then moving on to how to subtract fractions with the same denominator, what methods we can use, and then it's your turn. So, in focus question. We have here a picture of some cake. Okay, and it says how much of the cake is left. And this is Ruby, this is our character, and Ruby says 2 pieces of the cake have already been eaten. And we can see that, can't we? That's why 2 of the pieces are no longer pink, they're shaded out and they have a grey dash around them to show that 2 of them have already gone. But it says I am taking another piece. So if we go back to the question, how much of the cake is left? Now, this is fractions we're talking about, so I want you to write the fraction of the cake that is left. Now, remember from previous lessons what we have to do to begin with to find that denominator, to find that bottom number of the fraction. And then that's a good place to start. So have a go, pause the video and figure out what you think it might be. So if we look at the pieces, okay, the question we need to start with is how many pieces are there to begin with? So if we count how many there are all together, that will give us our denominator, our bottom number. And there are 7, okay? So we're not just counting the pink ones, because that's how many are left. We want to know how many there were all together. So there are 7. And now we know our denominator, we need to ask the question, how many pieces are left out of the 7? Well, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 pieces of cake left out of the 7. So if we was to write that as a fraction, it would be 5/7. And we'd write that fraction with 5 and 7ths if we were to do it as a word. And that is the first part of the question, because we already know that 2 parts of the 7 parts were eaten. So that's what we're up to at the moment, 5/7. But Ruby said that she had 1 more piece, or she ate 1 more piece. So if we had the 5/7 and Ruby ate 1 more 7th, we're taking that away, aren't we? So 5/7 take away 1/7 equals 4/7. So our denominator, our bottom number, does not change, but our numerator, the top number, does. So we have 5/7, take away the 1/7 that Ruby ate, so we are left with 4/7 of the cake left. And that's how we could write it. 5/7 take away 1/7 equals 4/7. And now it's your turn. So if you go to Google Classroom, you will find that there are questions attached. Have a go, make things, draw things, and have a play around. Answer the questions in your red book. Good luck.